This is a Rogue Media Network production.
Welcome to the Ann Harder Show. Today, we're talking about books and movies, and the age-old question, is the book really better than the film? Joining us, Alison Frenzel, who is co-owner of Fabled Bookshop and Cafe in downtown Waco. And since Fabled, Alison and her team, they have really built Central Texas' most beloved literary destinations.
Thank you.
I don't think that's an overstatement.
That's
a place where people gather and discover new authors and enjoy delicious coffee and celebrate the joy of storytelling. Lifelong reader, marketing professional, and champion of Waco's reading community, Alison has helped create a bookstore that feels magical, welcoming, and deeply connected to the heart of our city. And today we're talking Read It Before You See It, exploring books that have been adapted into films and television series, and why some of those adaptations succeed and some maybe miss the mark. And there's the occasional, I like the film better than the book.
There is.
Sometimes that happens. Welcome to the show.
Thank you
It's
so
delightful to have you on. Of course, our wonderful Elizabeth Barnhill is a regular.
Yes.
And she'll be coming on the next few days. She's going to be back to tell us what we need to be reading for the summer. But in the meantime, we're talking about books. Maybe you read them in school or something.
Yeah. There are tons of movies coming out this summer that you will be very familiarized by the titles. And I like to tell people because the movie business has changed over the last few years, and there are so many more people who are making movies from books. And I have two teenagers, and I kind of liken it to the experience of what dating is like now, where everyone is very afraid of rejection. And so nobody makes grand gestures of romance or anything. And I feel like the movie business is the same way. They want to put their money and their heart in something they already know is selling.
Safe.
Yes, it's safe. So good for us that they choose books. So that's good.
Amen, sister.
Yes.
That's
so
good.
it's really fun if you're a reader, because then you have like a different experience when you're watching these movies, and you can give more dynamic interpretation to them. Mm-hmm. So yes. And I've seen some, and then some I'm looking forward to seeing.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. And, and if it's a great book, some enterprising filmmaker is going to figure out a way to bring that story forward.
Right. Which
is great. And before we got started, I was just saying, I just finished reading When the Cranes Fly South. It's a translation from a Swedish author. I mean, I cried twice. I mean, it really, they say if you liked Theo of Golden, that everybody's still talking about, Theo of Golden, which I think should be made into a
I know.
film.
It has to be. I would not be surprised if they're already casting for that one, because it's so beloved. It's so word of mouth, kind of came out of nowhere, which is my favorite.
Isn't it amazing how that, this is the guy's first book, and he's elderly, shall we say.
Yes, he is. And I love that it just kind of came out of nowhere, and people
Alan Levi, in case,
kept telling each other, and we learned of it a little bit after it started taking off. And so it kind of, in the publishing business, it becomes a little competitive to get the copies when a book becomes popular that the publishers don't intend on it being popular. So we had to order a lot, and we're still selling lots.
Oh, I bet you are.
Top book at Fabled, for sure.
I'll bet you are. I'm kind of associated with another book club, but they're now talking about it. So in my book club that I'm in has just a couple of months ago. So and I feel like we're kind of late to the party on Theo of Golden, but oh my goodness, it's an amazing, sweet, wonderful story, and I think people are hungry for things that uplift.
Yes, people
and build you up.
Want hope. One thing at Fabled is we love a redemptive book. That book that will bring you around, and because in life, rarely do things end up that way. Yeah, and I think people they really want that and hope for that. So it becomes a hit.
Yeah. I'm having a hard time seeing this one maybe being made into a movie. I don't know. I think it will be a very
Yeah.
niche.
What's really great
Film.
about translated books too is we actually in the U.S. there are so many more books published that we have no idea about because they're
I
in
know.
translation or they're published overseas,
Mhm.
and so it becomes exciting when we can get a book that has been published and been a hit in another country and then bring it over here, because there's so much out there that we don't even know about. Just being our own country. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So if anybody doesn't know about Fabled, let's start at the beginning. Tell us about Fabled Bookstore, how you got involved with your
Yes.
co-owner and this amazing enterprise. And how many years you been?
We will have our 7th birthday.
Get out.
At this summer. I can't believe it. And of course, it had been in motion for about 3 years before we actually opened, because it was a very big undertaking. The book industry is just so much different than any other kind of retail industry that I had been involved in. You mentioned I've done marketing and done a little bit of retail marketing, but did not know about what it was like in the book industry. And so my business partner, Kimberly Batson, who owns Common Grounds, she and I were connected by a mutual friend who had heard both of us say, there should be an indie bookstore in Waco. And I grew up in Waco as well as she did. And we had just moved back from living in certain places like Alabama and Fort Worth. And so coming back home, I really wanted to bring that wonderful aspect that I had experienced in other cities. So we had one meeting, and what we always say, like, we had a conversation and the conversation kept happening and kept going. And we realized we had the same vision for Fabled because there's so many different flavors of bookstores.
Yeah. You
There's
think about the big
used.
box.
Yes.
And those have kind of been on the wane.
Yes. There's used, there's modern, there's, all different types. And we both wanted something that really reminded you the nostalgia of reading when you
Yeah.
fell in love with a book the first time. And that's been really fun to see that play out when people come and visit what we originally envisioned. So we both realized that and just kept talking, and then knew we had to learn more about this industry we had no idea about. And the great thing is it's a very generous community, because most bookstores believe, like, if you're succeeding, then they'll succeed. And so we were able to make friends with a lot of bookstores, like in different cities. They would let us come visit and come watch them do things. And so we learned a lot. And we opened in August of 2019, not knowing what was lying ahead, but we made it through COVID.
Yeah, I use the expression drinking from a fire hose. I think
Yes.
sometimes it may have been like that a little bit. But my granddaughters are now, they're growing up. They're like 13 and 10 ages. But when they would come to town, we always had to go to Fabled
love
because
that.
they love the secret door.
Yes. Oh, I just know if we're little
that
kids
was,
too.
we would have toy day with them, so they loved to come to Fabled and find something
Yeah.
to take with them as their souvenir for their
love it.
Waco visit. Yeah.
That's so fun. And that's really, when we dreamed about it, that's what we wanted, is just the families to come in and for you to introduce to your grandchildren your favorite book, and that we would stock that beloved classic kids book and have other books that someone could discover. Sometimes people will joke with me and be like, "Oh, I come in Fabled and I only came to buy one book, and then I leave with 3."
An armload.
And I'm like, well, that's
Good.
all intended. Yes.
That's right. This was not by accident.
That's right.
For sure. Well, and how things are displayed and how the recommendation, like you say, there are so many books, and and they're not cheap if you're going to buy a hardbound. And so it's an investment.
Right.
And the last thing I want to do is feel like I'm wasting my time on something that, so it's always so wonderful for me to hear from Elizabeth and to see how you kind of curate things throughout the store.
Right. I think too, even if you're a reader, going into a bookstore can be intimidating. You just don't know where to start. And so we have shelf talkers, is what we call them, where they're little slips of cardboard, and we have our recommendations of staff members, and I hope it gives the browsing a little more approachability to it, where you don't have to say, I don't know where to start. And maybe you love to read when you're young and you're inspired by being in Fabled and you want to find a book that you would love, but you don't know where to start.
Yeah.
So that is one thing. And we continually are educating our booksellers on, because they come as, of course, loving books themselves, but maybe they love just one genre and not another genre. And so we're constantly educating them too. So yeah.
Well, So you've spent really years now helping people discover
Yes.
books. I mean, that's got to be rewarding.
Oh, it is.
Not only financial. I mean, this is a business. Let's be
Yes.
serious. But to feel like you are kind of inspiring folks.
I always say though, Fabled doesn't feel like it's just ours. We kind of were, like shepherds to bring it, but everyone else is involved. And I love when I'm in the shop and I see someone introduce their friend to the secret door, and they don't know who I am, and I don't need to tell who I am, but I watch that experience become theirs.
Yes.
And so that's very
Isn't that
rewarding.
sweet?
I love it.
Whose idea was that?
I think it was Kimberly's in the beginning,
Uh-huh.
but we're constantly dreaming up little magical experiences, and just there are things in the shop that sometimes we don't even tell anybody about publicly that we want people to discover.
Okay.
And so that if you come in the shop, there may be things that you didn't intend to find, and you find them, and it's a magical moment.
Well, I love it. I love it. Okay. So let's go back to our original question. Are you firmly in the read the book first camp?
I think I am in that camp.
Yeah.
I think I'm in the camp of like, I would love the trailer to entice me to read the book.
Right.
But I think that we have to have a little bit more forgiving approach when it comes to movies, because there's many times you may love a book and you're like, that's not how I envisioned that character.
Right.
They changed this part. But I think we all need to come to it as like, this is somewhat another reader's interpretation of their experience. So it's viewing it with those eyes, in my opinion.
Yeah. One that comes to mind, and it's a classic, and it's Giant.
Uh-huh.
Of course, filmed down in Marfa, and,
Yes.
Elizabeth Taylor, Rock Hudson, James Dean. And I'm in another book club that kind of does a lot of Texas-centered.
Oh, I love that.
And we read, and I had not read the book Giant, and it is so different.
Yes, it is.
The whole focus of it really just surprised me.
Yeah.
And I love the movie. I mean, the movie is amazing.
Yes.
It's a classic for a reason.
There's several of these that are coming out that I maybe saw the movie before and then read the book. But I think it's just fun to have that comparison too. It's so much more of a layered experience, I think.
Yeah, for sure. Well, so what does reading the story first give us that seeing the movie first doesn't?
That's a good. I think that there is only so much a movie can do in characterization.
Right.
I think a book can bring much more developed emotions, developed intentions that you can't pick up on necessarily in a movie. You could, but you may not. But a book is telling you that this character is motivated by this, and a movie can't necessarily do that, showing all the cards that way. So I think that is an important part of it, reading a book, is understanding characters, understanding motivations that sometimes a movie can't. Also, depending on how fast you read, you could read a book if you sat down and didn't get up. You could probably read a book in 5 hours, which is incredibly longer than a movie. I mean, movies are getting longer and longer these days. So I also like to think of people, sometimes they're like, oh, buying a book is expensive. I'm like, you will spend so much more money going to the movies, and you're having less time of experiencing something. So I think that sitting down and reading, learning more about the characters, learning about motivations, there's so many things that movies cut out. And that and they are important to the plot, and sometimes they have to change the whole ending because of that. So I think you're getting a more layered and developed experience, especially when it comes to characters.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So have you seen a movie adaptation that you think really was better than the book?
Yes, The Notebook.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, that was a great movie.
It was a great movie.
That. Yeah.
And I think that I have not enjoyed Nicholas Sparks' books as much as I probably should, because I do love a good romance. But my one thing I always say about Nicholas Sparks as a writer is that he kind of states the obvious very fast, and I think it should be teased out a little bit more. And I think The Notebook did a good job on that.
Yeah.
And so, but I will tell you if I like a movie better than a book, because in some ways that's fun conversation. It's like a book club, you get to examine it and examine how they presented something and how, you thought that character should be like. And so That's probably my answer I'd easily go to.
Yeah, yeah. I can sometimes read a book and begin to cast it
Yes.
in my
Oh,
head.
that's
Have
my
you done
favorite.
that? I remember reading News of the World, though, and knowing that the film had already been
Yes.
made. And I kind of wished I didn't already know who.
Right. You're like Tom Hanks.
Yeah, I
in your
know.
head.
I
Yes.
was kind of, and then I'm just picturing all the shoot 'em up and everything that was
Yes.
happening. So, yeah, I kind of wished I hadn't known the
I know
casting.
what you mean. The good thing about he's so talented, but
Oh, yeah.
I will always say, because when we interview authors, I love to ask them that question, like,
Who do
if
you
you
see?
were
Yeah,
to cast,
yeah.
because we always say unlimited budget. And so they're like, well, in that case, I'll have this Oscar winner. And
Yeah,
and
yeah.
in your mind, you can do that. You can say, like, I want Kate Winslet being this character. And but then it may be, it comes out and it's someone you've never heard of.
Yeah.
So that's also the fun part.
Yeah. We've got to take a break. But there's so much more, because we have just barely scratched the surface on some of these films that we're going to be talking about. But I want to tell you that today's show is brought to you by Universal Windows Direct. You can transform your home with our premium window, door, and siding installation services. Universal Windows Direct Central Texas makes upgrading your home simple and stress-free. Call Universal Windows Direct Central Texas today. They are located in Woodway. We will be back. There's more of the show ahead.
It's the 2026 Heart of Texas Builders Association Parade of Homes, brought to you by the First National Bank of Central Texas. Tour a variety of homes at different price points, plus see the latest trends from beautiful kitchens to outdoor living spaces. See the latest colors and design patterns. This is your chance to walk through homes, meet the builders, and get inspiration for your own projects. The Heart of Texas Builders Association Parade of Homes, June 5th, 6th, and 7th, and June 13th and 14th. Tickets are available online or at any parade home. For more,
we're celebrating the Declaration of Deals at Allen Samuels in Waco. Right now, get $13,000 off a new Ram 1500 Lone Star, plus 2.9% for 72 months. Cash in on $13,000 off a new Ram 2500 Laramie Crew Cab, or choose 0% for 36 months, plus no payments for 90 days. Feel secure with America's best full-size truck powertrain 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty at Allen Samuels.
Come by.
it's the premier charity event of the year, the 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, presented by Ascension Provident. A fun evening filled with great food and drink, dancing, a spectacular auction, and more. This year's theme is Nashville Nights, Neon Lights, and Bullfights. Get your tickets now, donate, or be a sponsor. Help support the American Cancer Society to find a cure. The 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, October 24th at MCC Highlander Ranch. For more information, go to centraltexascattlebaronsball.org.
Like Alan Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Alan Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Cleanse your body of accumulated toxins and embark on your wellness journey at your own pace. At Global Healing, we provide premium supplements to help your body heal naturally. Start your healing journey today at globalhealing.com and organichemp.com.
Designed to elevate the off-road experience, enabling adventurers to conquer any terrain. For 50 years, you've trusted us on your toughest recoveries, to your most breathtaking destinations, and in countless unforgettable memories.
For You Health, we believe wellness and lab testing should be accessible, inclusive, and yes, fun. With our tech-powered at-home lab test, you save time and money while feeling your best. For You Health. Visit foryouhealth.com today.
For anyone that's in the car buying mode or looking for a car right now or a truck, I would definitely come by Allen Samuels, get to know the people here like I have, how well I'm taking care of the dealership and how well, service and any kind of warranty issues or those sort of things. Because of the way they take care of me, it's made me a Ram driver. I said I don't think they'd want to go anywhere else if they came here.
Like Allen Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Allen Samuels Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Finance is evolving. Automation, data analytics, and AI are reshaping what finance teams do every single day. The best way to predict the future of finance is to be ready for it. If you want a head start, check out 365 Financial Analyst. What is
They say gray hair is distinguished. They say laughing keeps you young. They say hold on through December when the old year will be done. I'm always thinking about hill country, though I've settled in the north. But I bought me a Toyota so I can go back and forth, so I can go back and forth. I'm a long way from Temple. Hell, I'm only up the road, and the life that I'm living has got me loosening the load, has got me loosening the load. Well, some days feel like flying. Yes, some days you feel brand new, and other days go crawling by, 'cause you never really shake the blues. But I really like the view, 'cause when the cars clear out the baseball lot, there's a nature scene for you, there's a nature scene for you. I'm a long way from simple. It's a hard life, this you know, and I hope the life that you are living has got you loosening the load, has got you loosening the load, has got you loosening your load.
Earning an online certification is a quick and convenient way to gain industry-recognized credentials. Select your ACLS course. Print your ACLS certificate. You can print your certification wallet card. aclsnow.com.
Our patented handles were launched in 2018. We continue to push the boundaries of strength training. Join us in making your training more natural and effective. Visit Engels90.com to learn more and revolutionize your workout.
Cleanse your body of accumulated toxins and embark on your wellness journey at your own pace. At Global Healing, we provide premium supplements to help your body heal naturally. Start your healing journey today at globalhealing.com and organichemp.com.
I had somebody that was looking for a car, I would definitely recommend Allen Samuels. The trust that I have, the care that they take, they genuinely want to take care of you. They really ask for your feedback when you go to the support department to make sure they're taking care of you in every way possible. So I really appreciate that they listen to your feedback.
Like Allen Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Allen Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
What is
Day trippers, day workers, hollow-eyed freaks all come to the circus for a chance in the seat. Aqua 7, Wild Diamond, Dragons Extreme. Sit at the table or you can play the machine. Who makes the rules? Who cuts the deck? Who shuffles fairly? Who's gonna save you from the wreck? Life's a buffet, life's a bust. Throw in all the chips if you must. In the game you trust, that's the game that you choose. Knowing well you're gonna lose. If you're flying high now, don't forget to come down. In the game that you choose, some count cards, some count blessings, some count on ignoring truth to learn their lessons. Some bet on horses, some bet on God, some bet on living clean while others, they bet against the odds. Do you see the silver lining? Do you see decay? If you survive the big blind, are you still gonna play? Life's a gimmick, life's a gas. Play it slow or you can play it fast. Just make it last. That's the game that you choose. Knowing well you're gonna lose. If you're flying high now, don't forget to come down. In the game that you choose. Every ante is a soul after the turn before the river. Every ante is a soul. Are you the taker or the giver? Every ante is a soul after the turn before the river. Every ante is a soul. Are you the taker or the giver? Man on the side of the road, a hanky in his hand. He's asking you if suffering ever ends. The woman next to him's unconvinced of the ruse. It's the game that you choose. It's the game you choose. It's the game you choose. It's the game.
Like Alan Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Alan Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Earning an online certification is a quick and convenient way to gain industry-recognized credentials. Select your ACLS course. Print your ACLS certificate. You can print your certification wallet card. aclsnow.com.
Designed to elevate the off-road experience, enabling adventurers to conquer any terrain. For 50 years, you've trusted us on your toughest recoveries, to your most breathtaking destinations, and in countless unforgettable memories.
At 4U Health, we believe wellness and lab testing should be accessible, inclusive, and yes, fun. With our tech-powered at-home lab test, you save time and money while feeling your best. 4U Health. Visit 4uhealth.com today.
For anyone that's in the car buying mode or looking for a car right now or a truck, I would definitely come by Alison Samuels, get to know the people here like I have, how well I'm taking care of the dealership and how well, service and any kind of warranty issues or those sort of things. Because of the way they take care of me, it's made me a Ram driver. I said I don't think they'd want to go anywhere else if they came here.
Like Alan Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Alan Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Finance is evolving. Automation, data analytics, and AI are reshaping what finance teams do every single day. The best way to predict the future of finance is to be ready for it. If you want a head start, check out 365 Financial Analyst.
And we are back with Alison Frenzel, co-owner of Fabled Bookshop and Cafe in downtown Waco. Your address is?
It is 215 South 4th Street.
Okay. Parking across the street by the side.
There
I
are
mean, there's
lots of options for parking. There's public parking within walking distance. And some, if you're lucky, you can park right next to the store.
And thankfully, still free parking in Waco.
Yes, there is.
That's good.
We're excited about that.
Okay, what we're talking about is the whole idea of read it before you see it. Because, as you say, there are several films coming out now.
There are.
That are adaptations of some familiar titles to us. So let's get started.
Great.
Some of these are out now, but recent.
Yes, recent
releases.
So you may not have heard of it, or you may have just noticed it when you
like
looked
just
on your
a
Netflix.
few days ago, kind of recent.
Yes, this one came out. This movie, of course, many people have already seen. Of
somebody was just talking about that the other day to me.
Project Hail Mary. Ryan Gosling is star in it, which is fun for anybody to watch. I was able to take my whole family to see this movie, and they loved it so much. And the book is honestly, you could probably read it before or after, because in the movie, there is a lot of science in this book. So if you're a science lover, but the movie makes it more palatable, which is fun, especially if you're going with like teenage kids who are trying to grasp their head around, this man who went to space and is trying to save the world. But this is definitely a good one to pick up if you haven't seen the movie.
Okay, good. Andy Weir is the author.
Yes,
okay.
He's the author of The Martian, which starred Matt Damon.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I remember that. Okay, all right.
So my next one is His and Hers. Alice Feeney came out with this book in 2020, and it was very popular. And we're really seeing a lot with thrillers, kind of like Gone Girl, where they people really want a twist. And this book has a twist. And so this adaptation, I think, is on Netflix, and it's a miniseries. Has to do with you might like this. It's a TV anchor and her estranged husband.
Art imitating life, huh?
Yes, right. Well, hopefully not too close.
Okay.
Because
Good.
her estranged husband
I definitely need to get this one.
they are trying to solve a murder, but they're very suspicious of each other. And so it's one of those where you're
not sure who's the good guy necessarily.
Very unreliable narrator-esque.
Okay.
And you don't know until the end. And so this is one page turner, like if you were on vacation and you want a book to get lost into, this is a great one, as well as the miniseries that's come out.
Okay, yeah, that's another. My list is growing.
Yes.
Here. Okay.
So I brought the first one of the Devil Wears Prada.
Yes, of
because
course.
The Devil Wears Prada 2 has come out. That movie is based on The Revenge of Prada, and the book is completely different than the movie.
Really?
So you're actually going to get a whole different experience if you watch the movie. I loved the movie, and just from the whole, I love The Devil Wears Prada, Meryl Streep, and Hathaway.
Oh, yeah. That's all.
Yes. Meryl Streep is very much exactly who she was in the first movie.
Good.
But I do think the story is giving a little bit more insight into who she is. And it also kind of deals with print magazines and the holding on of them and how they've dropped. And so that's really interesting as far as like from a historical standpoint. And Anne Hathaway is incredible. And Emily Blunt. She's having everybody back is really, really fun. But it almost is like, because the movie is so much different than the book, you're almost getting just another version of the characters to follow.
Right.
So
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I also say, if you watch the movie, you're going to stare at Anne Hathaway's hair the whole time because her hair is absolutely gorgeous in that movie.
Okay, good.
This book is Carly Fortune. This book is not a mini series yet, but her first one is This Summer After, and that is has come out June 10th. And this is like your romance, a childhood. It's basically like, what if your childhood romance was your soulmate? And it's a great like summer book, and then of course in this case summer miniseries. I think Carly Fortune has, I think, 3 different movie deals. 2 are miniseries, and 1 is actually going to be a movie. And I think that Meghan Markle's company is making that movie.
Really? Okay.
So this is definitely a summer read for sure.
Good.
Remarkably Bright Creatures. This movie came out just recently, and the book has been a hit. I think it came out in 2022, and it's such a beautiful story about an octopus and the two people who work in the aquarium and how they are impacted by this animal. Sally Field plays in the movie, and then Lewis Pullman, who is the son of Bill Pullman, which, if you don't remember him, he was in While You Were Sleeping. I don't know.
Yes, yeah.
Always, he's a cutie, and then his son is as well. This is a beautiful story about grief and about found family. I would say that it's probably, because it's about an animal, you might think like, oh, anybody could watch it, but it has heavier subjects. But it is such a beautiful story, and Sally Field is doing what she does best. And this book is just as gorgeous, if not more, than the movie.
Yeah. In fact, the other book club I was referencing is out of Austin Avenue Methodist Church, as a matter of fact.
I'm familiar with that.
And you're familiar with that book club and that church. In fact, your husband is the pastor there, and I'm going to get him on soon, I hope.
Yes, he would love
to talk about what's going on at Austin Avenue. But I was not able to get the book and read it, but I'm familiar with it through that. So now you've convinced me I really need to
it's
find the time to read that.
One of the best books I've read recently, I think. And especially if you like a good literary book that is going to give you lots of, lots of insight into different people's backgrounds and the depth of the impact grief can have on them. It's just really, really gorgeous.
Right.
So one thing funny about this summer is that how many classic books are being made into movies. And I have a son who has his summer reading list for his next grade.
For school, yeah.
Yes. And so part of me is thinking, man, if you're a teenage kid, you think you're not going to have to read these books. You can just go to the movies.
Go to the movies.
And
that's
maybe
never a good plan.
It never is, because every teacher is going to be like, I'm going to go see that movie too, and I'm going to make sure the test will trick you.
That's right.
And we'll find out who watched the movie and who read the book. So this next one is Animal Farm, which is one that we've all read. And so funny enough, this movie is animated and was produced by Andy Serkis, who was Gollum in Lord of the Rings. So being animated, it kind of is funny because it's a heavy book for sure. But the one interesting thing about this animated movie is that it doesn't feel as dark as the actual subject, but the themes are there. So it's one of those where I would say this is an interesting interpretation of the book, and one that if you remember reading this one or you have to read it, you should see the movie.
Yeah.
I brought 3 different options for Wuthering Heights.
Oh my.
And
there was one, Emily Bronte?
Yes, Emily Bronte wrote
But
Wuthering
how can they
Heights.
be just different?
Different covers, basically. When something becomes open to the public as far as the public domain, then any publisher can print the book, and so they will get their own cover. And so you can have different
but they're not like adapting or doing some sort of updating of the language.
Yeah, not in this case. It's pretty self-explanatory, and so many of us have read this book and probably seen the movie. The movie, to me, is very much like Greta Gerwig's Little Women movie, where it's really an interpretation.
Right.
And
because I heard they really panned it. Really panned the movie.
Yes, they did. And I went into the movie knowing that, and kind of had to be like, this will be fun. Like, I don't have to. I knew as soon as the trailer said the greatest love story ever, I was like, absolutely not. Like, did this person read the book?
Did you not read the book?
Right. The most toxic relationship that you'll ever experience. But the movie is gorgeous. And if you're someone who likes to imagine like British moors and that Gothic experience.
Oh yeah. I just feel like you've taken a trip to another time.
And if you want to see like just how bad can we make Heathcliff, he's pretty bad.
They succeeded, huh?
Yes. So
funny.
That's a fun one. And just a good one to return to.
Okay.
My next one is, of course, like the big blockbuster coming out this summer. Have 2 different options.
Oh my goodness! Yeah.
Yes. So
a lot of controversy about that film too.
I know
the casting sounds bizarre.
It my family and I went to go see a movie, and the trailer came up, and we started laughing about how many people are in it. They must have had the biggest budget possible, because
probably did.
There's, Matt Damon, Anne Hathaway, Robert Pattinson, so many huge actors in it. Christopher Nolan is the director of this movie, and he actually wrote the script based on the book. And I think that's really fascinating, because then you're really getting a good look about how does this person see this movie.
Mm-hmm.
And they had really challenging filming, where they filmed in open water. They really wanted this feeling of like desperation and adventure. I'm really looking forward to seeing this.
Okay.
This, I would say most people who are in high school have to read this book.
Sure.
It's not one I necessarily cozy up and fly through. So I'm interested to see how they could make reading this more enjoyable, more relatable, because it's really a story about a father finding his way home and all the obstacles in that. So I'm really excited. Christopher Nolan is so incredible too. So I'm excited to see.
I think my favorite adaptation of that is "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?"
Oh, for sure. That was
music alone.
Excellent.
Definitely.
Yes.
Yeah, top on my list.
So my last one is kind of a funny one. It's Lord of the Flies. So most people who read Lord of the Flies, or even if you see this movie advertised, if you look at the comments, so many people are like, I have PTSD from reading this book.
From childhood.
Yes, from childhood.
My youth or whatever.
Yes, and I can understand that for sure, because it is a brutal story. So this movie is coming out, I think in July, and I can't remember the date specifically, but the way the movie is going to address this is in a mini series format, where they're going to have one episode for each kid. And so all of these actors are pretty much unknown as child actors.
Sure.
And they're making some differences in the movie. One of them being that Piggy, who's well known, actually has a name. And in the book, really, you just see him as Piggy, and that's who he's known for and how he's made fun of. Mm-hmm. So I'm interested to see how they might add a little more compassionate element. Mm-hmm. And I also challenge people, if this book did traumatize you, I mean, it wasn't my favorite either, then seeing the movie and then rereading the book with the, aspect of you've grown, you're an adult, and how would this how would you interpret it now? Mm-hmm. So yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's so. As a parent and a book store owner, which you kind of touched on, some you think are the best movie to book choices.
Best ones. One that I did not include in this, that is one of my favorites, is Count of Monte Cristo. But I will caveat in saying that in the movie, they cut out a lot of characters. So if you read the book, you're like, there's so much that happened in the movie. And I'm talking about the movie like Jim Caviezel, because just recently PBS came out with the Count of Monte Cristo miniseries. And I think I might even like that more, because they have included more that was actually in the book. Not everything. And there are a lot of aspects of both of those movies that people have issues with, but the book is one of my favorite books. And just for the movie to be so wonderfully shot, and you really feel the desperation of the main character and what his story of revenge, that's probably one of my favorites.
Oh, that's great. So the challenges that a filmmaker has in trying to squeeze a 400-page book
absolutely
into a palatable length of time for somebody to sit and watch a movie, that is just such a big task when you think about the role of the screenwriter.
Right. I mean, it's a pretty big undertaking to do something like that, because you're not going to please everyone. You might not please the majority of people who have a book that might be beloved to them. And when you have to cut out things, because you can't, like I said, like you could read a book in 5 hours, but a movie might be 2 hours. So you have to cut out things. And that might be a scene that someone said that scene meant so much to the ending, and you cut that part out. So it's a pretty ambitious thing to approach, which is why I think we should view them a little bit more gently and compassionately, because there's a lot to go wrong in presenting what your interpretation of beloved books could be.
Well, I have had the opportunity to kind of follow along Rob Kernock's path, who, a local guy, owns Double Tape, has written a few books. An Eye for a Tooth is his novel, and he's kind of keeping me updated on its path to possibly
Wow.
going
that's
on the silver
incredible.
screen. And it's the progression is there and is very real. And it's just really
Yes.
kind of fun. I mean, I don't want to overstate it, but almost at the point of casting and
Yeah.
shopping. I'm probably
love
getting
it.
the cart before the horse in this case, but it really is. It's just been fascinating to see his progression as the author, and of course he wrote it from a certain standpoint, and Hollywood may want to take liberties and how all that.
Right.
You know how you sort all that out as an author.
I can't imagine.
Being true to your story
Right.
and all that. Anyways, I can't wait to have Rob back on to see kind of where
Yes.
things are. It's not a fast
It's not.
thing.
And there's so much. Craig Cunningham, who's a local Wacoan, I'm not sure if you've ever had him on. He wrote a book it's a young adult book called One Night in 1,000 Years. It's one of my favorite books to give a kid, especially a boy, which there are a lot of books that really could be written for young adult boys, and they're not enough. And they're in the process right now of casting for his book.
Good.
And it's been really fun because my son, it's probably one of his favorite books he's ever read. And so to follow up with my son about what's happening with Craig's, movie, it's so exciting because, we of course imagined it all in our head. And that book is based, like, the setting is Waco. And so I of course know what it looks like, but it'll be interesting to see what it looks like.
Have fun.
On screen.
Yeah, you need to get me his contact
Yes, I
information.
will, for sure.
I love to talk to authors. There are a lot of authors, and there are a lot who self-publish, and I know you do kind of showcase
Yes.
some of these local authors as well.
We do. We one of our favorite things to do is in February we have a local authors fair, and that is for maybe an author who has self-published, who's gone a non-traditional publishing route, which is just as ambitious in so many ways.
No kidding.
Because they have to market everything. But it's been fun because we had one local author, R.M. Gray, who started out self-published. Her book was so successful that a traditional publisher picked it up. And that's like a Cinderella story, which is really, really exciting to watch.
Yeah, that's wonderful. So, all right, we've got a little lightning round.
Okay.
So, your favorite book or movie, To Kill a Mockingbird?
I gotta say book, even though Gregory Peck is, a darling.
Scout.
Right?
You just can't write.
It's hard to pick that one. I hope they never remake that movie.
I know.
They shouldn't.
Please, no. Yeah.
Seriously.
No. Lord of the Rings.
This is a very tricky one in my household because my husband loves Lord of the Rings, and I have tried to read it, and it falls flat for me. And I tell him, like, in my defense, there's just not a lot of girls in the in the book, and so I choose the movie over the book.
Hunger Games.
I think the book on that one.
Okay. Little Women. You mentioned it.
Little Women. I have to say the book, but I love all the different ones. I mean, I love talking about who makes the best Joe and who's a great Amy.
Okay. So what do you say the book everyone should read before it goes to the screen?
That's a really tough question. I mean, it probably feels very obvious, but Harry Potter would probably be and many times it doesn't happen. A kid would see the movie before the book, but he's such a great character.
Yeah,
and you see so much more in the book than the movies can contain. But movies are great.
Yeah, and the author's story, of course, is just wonderful. On top of that. Well, we need to leave it here. We could just keep going on, but your assignment is to tell Elizabeth all these books that we've talked about today. So she's going to bring us a whole nother stack of books in the next coming days, for sure. So is that a tease or what? Thank you so much,
Thank you
Alison.
for having me. This
it's
was
been
so
fun. And I look forward to sitting down and visiting more with your husband.
Yes.
And hear about all the great things happening at Austin Avenue. And I recommend, again, When the Cranes Fly South. You have that, I'm sure.
Yes. Probably have several copies in stock.
Tissues handy. Anyway, stay with us. There is more of the show ahead.
It's the premier charity event of the year, the 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, presented by Ascension Providence. A fun evening filled with great food and drink, dancing, a spectacular auction, and more. This year's theme is Nashville Nights, Neon Lights, and Bullfights. Get your tickets now, donate, or be a sponsor. Help support the American Cancer Society to find a cure. The 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, October 24th at MCC Highlander Ranch. For more information, go to centraltexascattlebaronsball.org.
Earning an online certification is a quick and convenient way to gain industry-recognized credentials. Select your ACLS course. Print your ACLS certificate. You can print your certification wallet card. aclsnow.com.
Our patented handles were launched in 2018. We continue to push the boundaries of strength training. Join us in making your training more natural and effective. Visit Engels90.com to learn more and revolutionize your workout.
Designed to elevate the off-road experience, enabling adventurers to conquer any terrain. For 50 years, you've trusted us on your toughest recoveries, to your most breathtaking destinations, and in countless unforgettable memories.
Finance is evolving. Automation, data analytics, and AI are reshaping what finance teams do every single day. The best way to predict the future of finance is to be ready for it. If you want a head start, check out 365 Financial Analyst.
At 4U Health, we believe wellness and lab testing should be accessible, inclusive, and yes, fun. With our tech-powered at-home lab test, you save time and money while feeling your best. 4U Health. Visit 4uhealth.com today.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
It's our declaration of deals, and savings are moving fast at Allen Samuels Jeep in Waco. Get a 2026 Jeep Wrangler Sport for just $32,990, or take $10,000 off a 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee Summit. Or qualified buyers can get 0% APR for 36 months and no payments for 90 days. Don't stand still. Drive today. Allen Samuels.
Come by, let's be friends.
It's the 2026 Heart of Texas Builders Association Parade of Homes, brought to you by the First National Bank of Central Texas. Tour a variety of homes at different price points, plus see the latest trends from beautiful kitchens to outdoor living spaces. See the latest colors and design patterns. This is your chance to walk through homes, meet the builders, and get inspiration for your own projects. The Heart of Texas Builders Association Parade of Homes, June 5th, 6th, and 7th, and June 13th and 14th. Tickets are available online or at any parade home. For more information, go to wacohomeparade.com.
Apollo Neuro is a new kind of wearable that helps your body recover from stress, that helps you calm down and feel better. You sleep better, and you can get back to being yourself. Learn more at apolloneuro.com.
I had a panic moment running my hands through my hair, and that's when I found Keeps. Keeps gave me the results that I was really looking for.
I definitely felt a lot more confident once I saw my hair coming back.
Keeps has given me the control of my hair back.
Get your first month free at Keeps.com.
It's not just a glove, it's a 44 Pro. Crafted with dedication, made for performance, and built to last. Get your custom glove today at 44pro.com and experience the 44 Pro difference. That's 44pro.com, 44 Pro.
This is a Rogue Media Network production.